Hey, welcome back CQR friends. Once again we're at Vernon Motorsports in Vernon, BC, Canada, and finally Yamaha decides to release some new product. 2022 Yamaha KODIAK 700 power steering camo. Finally a cool bike and one of CQR's top picks. So stick around, we're going to check out this beast. So, don't be offended that I just said, finally a cool bike. There is lots of really cool ATVs out there of all different name brands. I'm just partial to Yamaha product. They just don't die. Kind of like Honda, they just don't die. Anyway, this is a liquid-cooled single overhead cam 4-stroke engine with 686 displacement. So they've gone back, of course, to the better 700cc or 686cc motor. The bore and stroke is 102mm by 84mm. Your compression ratio is 10:1. And, of course, it's the Yamaha fuel injection. This guy will have the TCI ignition with electric start. Its lubrication is a wet sump. And the transmission is, of course, the typical, or the well-known, I should say, Ultramatic V-belt with all-wheel engine braking from Yamaha. The high, low, neutral, reverse, and park transmission. You've got on-command 3-way locking differential. So you've got a 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and a 4-wheel drive locked. And of course your final drive is shaft driven. Your front suspension on this bad boy is an independent double wishbone with a 5-way preload adjustment shock. It's got 180mm or 7.1 inches of wheel travel. Your rear suspension is an adjustable independent double wishbone with anti-sway bar. 5-way preload adjustable shocks. 232mm or 9.1 inches of wheel travel. You'll have dual hydraulic disc brakes in the front and a multi-disc wet brake in the rear. Your tires up front are going to be Maxxis MU19s AT25 by 8 by 12, and the rears are going to be the same except they're AT25 by 10 by 12. And if you follow ATVs at all, you know that is a very, very common size, which means it's easy to find. Just make sure you do your oil changes. Make sure that you use the Yami lube. There are special clutches inside this engine and it requires its oil. It's really not that much more expensive and it's great peace of mind. But just do your oil changes. Your belt should be good forever. And yeah, just soak it down after a good ride just to make sure all the crud and stuff is off of it, because that's usually what eats up bushings and just makes things rust a lot quicker. And this thing will last you literally a lifetime. Here's some critical data. Your length is going to be 2070mm or 81.5 inches. Your width is 46.5. Your width is going to be 1180mm or 46.5 inches. Your height is 1240mm or 48 inches. Your wheelbase is 1250mm or 49 inches. Your maximum ground clearance is going to be 274mm or 10 inches. Would love for Yamaha to be a little bit higher on that, like some of its competitors. Your turning radius is going to be 3200mm or 126 inches. Your seat height is 860mm or 33.9 inches. Your wet weight is going to be 311 kilograms or 686 pounds. Your fuel capacity is going to be 18 liters. Your rack capacity on the front is going to be 50 kilograms or 110 pounds. That's impressive. Your rack capacity in the rear is going to be 90 kilograms or 198 pounds. That's fantastic. A 600 kilogram or 1,322 pound towing capacity. That's excellent too. You're going to have a tactical green or a real tree edge camouflage like you see here for your colors. And you've got a 1-year unlimited mileage warranty here in Canada. If you've never ridden a Yamaha Grizzly or a Kodiak, I highly suggest you make this part of your bucket list. There's really nothing like it. Like I said, the fit and finish, the refinement is excellent. It's a comfortable ride. It goes anywhere. I've done riverbeds and steep hills and all sorts with mine. I've got the 2012 Grizzly, and I cannot say enough about it. I've owned Kawasaki Brute Force, I've owned Arctic Cat TRV, I've owned a CF Moto C-Force 800. All of them, especially the Kawasaki, were fantastic bikes, but the Yamaha, there's just no comparison. There really isn't. Arctic Cat at the time was half decent. I do like the stability and the better traction of the extended body, because both the Arctic Cat and the CF Moto are 2-ups. But again, they still don't compare to a Yamaha. So you're going to have your fuel tank underneath the seat for lower center of gravity. Okay. You've got a nice little storage unit here. Going to have a wicked digital display there. Your typical controls, your headlights, start button, kill switch, override. And this will be your 4-wheel drive switch. So hit that in for 4-wheel drive. Flick this over, pop that out for your locking front diff. So when you've done that, all 4 wheels will have constant power going to them. So the ultimate traction. And I hope that Yamaha's improved their front locking diff, because mine takes forever to engage. This is your throttle. It's the only quad so far that I've seen that actually takes a bit of time for it to engage and disengage. I've talked to dealerships, they said that's normal. My Arctic Cat and the CF Moto, once you hit that button, it's instant. That's really about the only downfall that I have with my bike, but I would still buy it over just about anything, any day of the week. It's a nice camo on this one. I really like the pattern. It's a little bit more colorful. Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. But anyway, guys, this will be pretty much the end of yet another episode of Canadian Quadders Review. So appreciate you being here. Thank you for hitting like and the subscribe buttons. It really makes a big difference to the channel. As you can tell, we're growing quite nicely, and it's all because of you guys, so appreciate that. And come on down to Vernon Motorsports in Vernon, BC, Canada. Let them know that Mark from Canadian Quadders Review sent you. Ryan, Cole, Travis, Dale, they're all fantastic people here. You will enjoy spending time with them. Incredibly knowledgeable people, so helpful. They care about their customers. You'll be happy you came, trust me. But anyway, thank you again for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next video. See you then.